Do you ever wish you were a mind reader and could control what people thought of you without talking out loud? Or do you wish you could speak to people in a more memorable, confident way? Thanks to the science of psychology, there are little things you can do to help control your relationships and even how people perceive you. And you don't need any magical powers to make it happen. Just good old-fashioned mind tricks. Let's count it down from number 10. Find out if someone is secretly looking at you. Picture this. You're sitting in class and looking over your shoulder at the person sitting behind you, only to find that they're looking out the window. But you could have sworn you felt them staring at you. If you want to learn if someone has been looking at you, try yawning. No, it's not some secret code, but if someone is looking at you and you happen to yawn, they won't be able to help but yawn themselves. This phenomenon is called contagious yawning. According to Psychology Today, scientists still haven't managed to pinpoint exactly why people yawn when they see other people yawn. But they do know that it happens to both humans and chimpanzees. Some guess it has to do with a human's ability to empathize with other people. But no matter what the real reason is, when people see others yawning, they do it too. Number 9. Diffuse a conflict with food. Have you ever felt mad while taking a bite out of a delicious burrito? Probably not, unless you ordered a burger. The point is, food is a great way to calm people down and diffuse uncomfortable situations. Let's say you've gotten into an argument with your significant other, and you need to talk to each other and hash things out. Instead of going to your house or taking a walk in the park, pick a restaurant to go and eat in. Once you order food and have it in front of you, your focus will be split between the issue at hand and the food you're about to eat. The food serves as a great distraction and can actually relieve tension since you'll start to care more about the food than what you're talking about. As a bonus, it's good to settle conflicts in a place where there are other people around so that things don't get too heated. There's nothing more embarrassing than shouting at each other in the middle of a nice restaurant. Even if you're on an awkward first date with someone and not fighting, food can serve as a great icebreaker. Focusing on that chicken on your plate is way more comfortable than gazing into a stranger's eyes all night. Number 8. Get someone to tell you more. They say that silence is golden, and when it comes to getting someone to spill the beans, it's a winning ticket. If you're in a conversation with someone and aren't getting the deep, well-thought-out answers you were hoping for, try staying silent while they speak. After you ask the person a question, stop talking and let them answer. When there's silence, the other person is more likely to talk and fill the gap, and will probably say more than they would if you were to interject. Number 7. Make yourself memorable in job interviews. Do you get stressed out during job interviews? Perhaps you're worried you won't stand out enough to accompany interviewing tons of people. A sure way to stand out from the crowd is to use the serial position effect. This is based on the idea that people tend to remember the first and last parts of things, and not much of the middle. Imagine you're trying to memorize a list of groceries in about 10 seconds. You're likely to remember the first few and the last couple, but not much of what was in the middle. You tend to remember the beginnings and ends of things. So, next time you're on a job interview, be sure to insert your name and talk about yourself at the beginning and end. And if all else fails, you can always wear a weird hat. That can usually jog a memory. Hey, just kidding, don't do that. Number 6. Form stronger bonds with people. Do you remember feeling close to your teammates back on the soccer or baseball team in grade school? That's because being active with someone can help you form stronger bonds more quickly. So, if you're in a new relationship or starting a friendship with someone, instead of going to the movies or out to eat, try doing an activity together that can get your blood pumping. Perhaps rock climbing or even an amusement park. When you get your adrenaline going and blood pumping, your body releases endorphins. This then puts you in a better mood and makes you more enthusiastic about whatever you're doing, in this case, getting to know someone. 5. Control people's assumptions about you. First impressions are a big deal. Whether you're meeting new people at a party or introducing yourself to your future boss. But there's a way you can actually control a stranger's first assumptions about you. While you're talking and getting to know each other, try to point out something you both have in common. Maybe you grew up in the same town, or you both have the same alma mater. By doing this, the person you're speaking to will base their assumptions off this commonality. Since it's related to them, their assumptions of you will be more positive. This is known as the halo effect. While this requires a bit of effort in the conversational skills department, it's a lot better than shouting, like me, at someone you just met. Number 4. Make someone feel like they're important. There are a couple of ways to do this. Be sure to use their name when you're first speaking to them. When you meet someone for the first time at a party or work event, say their name right after they introduce yourself. Hi Jill, nice to meet you. Now continue to use their name as you carry on a conversation. This will make them feel like you're engaged in a conversation with them and in turn will make them feel important. Another way to help someone feel like they're special is by using the paraphrasing technique while you're speaking back to them. For example, if your friend tells you that she went shopping but the market was all out of the type of bread she was looking for, repeat back, "Wow, they didn't even carry that kind of bread?" Paraphrasing what they just said back to them lets them realize you're really listening to what they're saying. 3. Get someone to help you do something. Sometimes you need to ask friends or family members for a favor. But these favors aren't always fun, which makes their willingness to help you less likely. Say you need someone to feed your cat for a couple of days while you're out of town. Instead of asking the person point blank if they can help, pose a false dilemma. Say something like, "Hey, would it be better for you to come over and feed Mr. Whiskers in the early morning or evening?" The person will likely choose whichever time is easier, and they never had the chance to say, "No, I can't." Number 2. Get people to believe in you. If I said, "Hey, I think this next psychology trick is really effective. Would you believe me?" How about if I said, "This next psychology trick is really effective. Did you trust what I was saying more the second time?" Well, that's because when you put "I think" at the beginning of a sentence, it can come off as hesitant or unsure. Even if you aren't sure of something, that doesn't mean you should question what you say. Be confident in yourself. From now on, try leaving out the word "I think" when you talk to your friends and family. They may take you more seriously and even make fun of you less due to this confident way of speaking. 1. Keep people's attention. Have you ever noticed that if you look down at your phone, you aren't hearing what the person talking to you is saying? It's a clear sign that you're not listening. For people to pay attention to what you're saying, keep direct eye contact with them while you're talking. You'll see that your conversations will start becoming better and more engaging when you do this. Keeping eye contact with someone can actually convince the person you're conversing with to believe what you're saying. This gives you some dominance in the conversation. You can even nod while you're making certain points to further prove how confident you are in what you're saying. Don't be surprised when you notice the other person nodding along with you. Who knows? This technique may even help you change someone's opinion about something. So, pretty cool, huh? Do you know any other mind tricks to help you communicate with people better? Try out some of the tricks mentioned in the video and let us know if they worked. If you found this video helpful, don't forget to give this video a like, share it with your friends, and click subscribe. Stay on the bright side.